Hi, it's Kevin Labates here. So last week I was talking a bit about the abstraction of value, and I thought I'd talk a bit more about abstraction in general to give you an idea of how it is that we can actually create something out of nothing. Because there's a wonderful example in mathematics, namely the creation of the counting numbers using just the empty set and the concept of set union. So it was zermelo-fraenkel set theory that allowed us to set the stage for this, and you can basically create the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on by starting off with the empty set, which you can imagine as an empty paper bag, and the concept of things being in sets and the concept of set union. So if we want to create 1, we then take the set containing just the empty set. So that's like a paper bag containing an empty paper bag. And then we can create 2 by taking a bag and putting an empty paper bag in it, and putting another paper bag that contains an empty paper bag in it. So it now contains 2 things. This set representing 2 contains the empty set and a set of the empty set. And we keep building up like that. You create 3 by putting more paper bags and empty paper bags inside a bag, and so on. And then we can create addition by taking the set representing 2, for example, and the set representing 3, and putting them inside a bigger bag, and then you get 5. So it all works wonderfully and naturally, and yet the whole construct of the counting numbers has been generated using just sets of empty sets. So that's how in mathematics you can create something out of nothing. And we've done the same with value, right? The intrinsic value of money is very, very low. It's the paper that is printed on, or the utility of the metal that a coin's been minted from. And that's very, very low. And yet you can take a piece of paper and say, this represents a car. You know, this is as valuable as a car. Of course it isn't. You know, it's just that it's socially accepted that a huge banknote, if a particular bank has issued one and the society has deemed it acceptable, that that paper represents the value of a car, or of a carton of milk, or of a can of Coke. So it's not uncommon for human beings to create something out of nothing, and I find it a fascinating thing about human beings that they do this, and I hope that you do too. Anyway, I hope this was illustrative of the fact that abstraction allows us to build very fundamental things out of non-existent stuff, and gives you a bit more insight into the sort of philosophy behind abstraction and the creation of things, of mental constructs, basically. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to go off and enjoy the sun, and see you again in the next video soon. Bye for now.